What's good, y'all? It's your boy Chinadu. I'm here with another episode of the Chin Chat. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the Boston and Milwaukee series. Right now, it is tied 1-1. Boston drew first blood, beating Milwaukee at home 112-90. They're led by Kyrie, who had 26 and 11. Fast forward to game 2, Giannis and the group quickly regrouped, and they were able to get the victory, dismantling Boston 123-102. Giannis had 29 and 10. But right now, I'm here to share my 5 takeaways before Game 3, which is tonight on my favorite network, ESPN, 8 p.m. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great game. Like I said, the series is tied 1-1. But let me get to these 5 takeaways. Started with number 1, the third quarter drought. You can't come out of the second half flat. You come out of the second half flat, we call that the third quarter drought. And Boston caught a case of that. They only scored 18 points in game 2 compared to Milwaukee's 39. That's a 21-point difference. And they ended up losing the game by 21. So you could see where they lost the game. In that third quarter, by coming out flat, that ultimately cost them the game. They weren't able to regroup after that. They weren't able to overcome that slow start. And in the end, they lost huge. They lost huge to Milwaukee at home. Also, though, Giannis had an amazing game, which brings me to point number 2. When your best player has a solid game, you most likely win the game. Like I said, in game 1, Kyrie had 26 and 11. So Kyrie was scoring at will. Kyrie was dishing the ball out, getting his teammates involved. So because of that, he ignited everyone else, and they were able to get going and help them win the game. That's why they won big in game 1. But fast forward to game 2, Giannis had an incredible game, so because of that, it spread to everybody else. You had guys like Eric Bledsoe making shots and playing. By the way, he played amazing defense on Kyrie. Held Kyrie to 9 points on 4 of 18 shooting, and he chipped in with 21 points. We expected a big game from Bledsoe because he went cold in game 1. He only had 6 points in game 1, and as the team's starting point guard, especially with Brogdon being out, you need a big game from him if you're going to have a chance to win this series. So I like the way he stepped up and he played great defense. But Khris Middleton, the Bucks' other all-star, he had 28 points on 7 of 10 shooting from three-point range. That's 70% from three-point range for the game. That's incredible, which led to Milwaukee's combined as a team 20 out of 47 shooting from beyond the arc. That's 60 points from beyond the arc. You shoot the ball like that every time, and you're beating anybody. That's 60 points from beyond the arc. So that was amazing. And people forget, Milwaukee was the second best three-point shooting team behind the Golden State Warriors. So you can expect them to shoot the 3 ball and make it at such a high percentage. So I was definitely impressed by that. But on Boston's side of the ball, Jayson Tatum, where is he? He hasn't shown up this series. We are looking for Jayson Tatum. He has gone missing. This is the guy that everybody thought was going to be a star after last year, after he led the Boston Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. He led them to the Eastern Conference Finals and they took the Cleveland Cavaliers, who was led by LeBron James. He took them to 7 games. So we expected big things from Tatum this year, but he's had a so-so year, and currently in this series, he's been terrible. Like I said, 4 from 17 for the first 2 games. That's not going to get the job done. As Boston, in my opinion, as Boston's second best player, he needs to step up big, and he needs to have a huge game 3. But I anticipate that he'll have a huge game 3 also with Kyrie. Because Kyrie had a bad game too, I anticipate he'll have a better game. Terry Rozier will have a better game, and they'll be at home too. So that home crowd will give them that energy that they need, give them that spark that they need, and I expect them to come out of the gate swinging. So I have Boston winning game 3. Like I said, it is tonight, 8 p.m. on ESPN. Don't miss it. But I want to hear from you all. So if you go to my Instagram, c.oa7, you could vote I'll have a poll up and you could vote on who do you think is gonna win this game, either the Bucks or the Celtics, and I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless, and y'all have an amazing day. Chin Chat out.